my god, these bangs are so annoying. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be... Nala? 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 Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, you can't be barking anymore, okay? I'm trying to film. Hello? Please don't bark. Okay? Please? Okay, you can just sit here for a little bit. Hey guys, my name is Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do a Q&A video. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I posted a picture a few days ago asking about if you are interested in a Q&A and what kind of questions you would like me to answer. You're trying to eat my... Yeah, you're not gonna eat that. My little cutie patootie monkey butt, you're so adorable. We shall dive right in, shall we? So first off, I feel like I should start with just kind of the basics, introducing myself to you guys. My name is Amanda Kokoeva. I am 22 years old, and I've been doing makeup since I was about 16. I've always really loved it. I mean, I've always had some kind of background in either makeup or beauty. I remember when I was way little, I would invite all my friends and I would always do their hair and do their makeup. My dad's very artistic, so I feel like I got a little bit of that from him. The way I realized that I really wanted to get into makeup, I wouldn't say it was only about Instagram. I wanted to be kind of like a blogger type of ordeal. I've always watched YouTube videos and kind of like admired the girls that were always on YouTube and posting videos, and I thought it was so cool. They have so much beautiful products and they're talking to this camera, and I thought it was so fun and glamorous, so I always wanted to try it for myself. Back then I didn't have enough courage to kind of go on YouTube and sit in front of a camera and kind of talk to you guys, so I started off on Instagram. So basically I would just take pictures of like my eye. Literally, it was just like, if you scroll I never delete anything, so if you scroll way down my Instagram feed, you could see how far my makeup skills have honestly gone. It just takes time. It takes a lot of perseverance, and I had that in me. I really loved what I was doing, so I was just pushing it, you know, doing all I could. And when you really look back on my pictures, you can see that. So I always tell my students, go look at my old Instagram pictures if you want to see like a drastic difference, because honestly, it's just all about time and continuing doing what you love and never giving up. So that was what I was all about. And yeah, I was young. I was only around 16, 17 years old, but I was so driven. I don't know what it was. It was like something that was like made for me. I finally found something that clicked, you know. I worked in retail around the time that I graduated high school, and then I kind of was like not sure what I was doing. At the same time, while I was working in retail, I was also doing makeup on the side, like for free. Like anyone that would want to do their makeup, I would do it. Like I remember myself in the back room of the store I used to work at and just like doing people's makeup like on my break. I had 30 minutes and I was just like, yes. So that's how much love I really had for this. I ended up quitting my retail job actually and going to assist a local makeup artist in Glendale, and I was watching her while she was working, kind of picking up some tips and tricks here and there. I mean, I didn't have a background in makeup really, like professionally, so I've never really seen what it is, like what makeup artists do like when they are at work, you know. Obviously doing makeup on yourself and then doing makeup on someone else is completely different. So that's why I was like, I really have to like throw myself in this if I want to do it. So I was assisting a lot, doing makeup for free all the time just to kind of get my hand working in that certain way, you know. Then I started to get my own clients through Instagram and all that stuff, so I would do their makeup. I had a lot of prom girls. It was kind of around that time. It was around like May, and there was a lot of girls that needed makeup done for prom, for graduation and whatnot. Why is my nose so itchy? So that's kind of the clientele that I started out with was really young girls, and it was really fun because I mean, when you're doing a really young girl's makeup, she's very chill about it. I mean, they were really excited. So I was able to kind of grow. I was able to like see, oh, like I need to do this better next time, this better next time. So my growth was fairly quick. So I would say in about 6 months, I was like completely booked during weekends, and it was so much fun for me. Like, it wasn't more about the job aspect. It was more about the fact that I was so driven and so excited to go to work. Yeah, so anyways, that's kind of how I started out doing makeup on other people. Now, more personally, I would say A lot of people are asking about like my personal life. I am married. I just got married in August of 2017, so this last summer. And yeah, and it's been great. I am currently actually living in Russia. I didn't really tell you guys where I'm from, actually. So I was born in Russia, in Moscow, Russia, and then I am actually South Ossetian, which is a region in southern Russia that borders with Georgia and Russia. So Georgia, not like Atlanta, Georgia, but the country Georgia. So it borders right there. That's where the Caucasus region is what it's called. That is where I'm from. And yeah, basically I was born in Russia. We had moved to the States when I was about 6 years old. I used to move around so much when I was young. So from first grade to second grade, I was like in Palo Alto, which is Northern California. And then I moved to Walnut Creek, California, which is still Northern California. And until my freshman year in high school, I was in Walnut Creek. And then after Walnut Creek, I moved to LA. I moved to Burbank, California, and I went to Burbank High School. And yeah, and then after that, I graduated, finished school, blah, blah, blah. I was in community college at the same time that I was doing makeup and working retail, so I was always super busy. Every summer I traveled to Russia to visit my relatives. Ever since like the 5th grade, I would say, I kept visiting every year. I made a lot of friends here. I call it like my second home, which is like crazy. It's now my first home. After our wedding, we stayed here. People are always asking like, oh, am I planning on going back to LA? And guys, it's my dream. Like, I cannot wait to go back to LA. Seriously, that's like my most like wanted thing to do like right now. Obviously it's not so easy. My husband doesn't have any documentation or anything like that yet for the States. I am a US citizen, so basically it shouldn't be that much of a problem, but we're still kind of trying to figure out things here for a minute, and then hopefully this summer we'll take care of some of his documents so we can actually go back to LA. All my family is there, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, everybody's there. So, and my nieces and nephews, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know I'm obsessed with my nieces and nephews. Like, it's sickening how much I love them. And I was always with them 24/7. So it's really hard for me to be all the way over here and me like watching them be all the way over there. Ugh. It honestly kills me. I FaceTime them like 20 times a day. But so that's kind of like a really quick rundown of my life. So let me just go onto my Instagram and onto that post. Okay, so question number 1 is, what's your secret for perfect skin? Okay, I get so many skincare questions a day, honestly, and I can't even I'm very flattered, I swear. I'm the worst person to explain to you guys about skincare, honestly. I feel like someone who should be talking about skincare should have some kind of problematic skin, large pores, or some type of issue where they can explain how they overcame something similar to that. I am the worst for that, honestly. I was so blessed. I'm so thankful for that because, I have really nice skin as far as texture and color. I feel so bad saying good things about my skin, but honestly, I'm not the one to be asking about skincare. It's genetic, I think. That's just how I was born. My mom has really nice skin, and I just got it from her. I always take care of it. Don't get me wrong. I don't just sleep in my makeup, but I obviously wash my face every morning, every night. I use a good moisturizer, something that doesn't break me out. And I scrub my face. I use a nice little scrub at least 3 times a week to keep the texture nice and even and the color. I do masks here and there. More important than anything is to keep it hydrated for me because I'm pretty much combination, but borderline dry skin. So I like to use a lot of hydrating stuff. Stay away from matte foundations. That's why my skin always looks so glowy and stuff, because I like the more glowy look, So that's why you guys always think I have such great skin. And it's just because, I've never really had much issues with it. So that's why I can't really tell you much, It kind of sucks. That's a bad answer, but I'm being completely honest. All right, next question. It says, how did you and your husband meet? Okay, it's a really long story, and I feel like if I really go in depth with this, it's gonna take me an hour and a half, and this video is gonna be way too long. But basically, I was vacationing in South Ossetia in the summer, and he was walking past me. I saw him, he didn't see me, and I was like, I was with my cousins, and I was like, oh my God, who is that? Like, can you like introduce me? She was like, yeah, I know who that is. Like, we have mutual friends or whatever. I'll tell them and they'll introduce you. I was like, okay, cool. So I was literally bugging her all evening. Like literally it was around 6 p.m. when I saw him, and all the way up until we didn't go to sleep until like 2 a.m. And all the way up until 2 a.m, I was bothering her. I was like, introduce me to him, introduce me. Like, who is he? Like, find him, you know? And she was like, okay, like, chill out, Amanda. It's not that big a deal. I'm like, you don't know. It's a big deal. I found my soulmate. I need you to track him down for me. That was basically like how crazy I was. I even have videos on my phone of me just sitting there wrapped up in like a blanket outside and just like, can you find him for me already? Like really upset. Anyways, again, he didn't see me that night when I saw him out. And all of a sudden it was around 2 o'clock in the morning, I get a text before I fell asleep. I get a text and it says, hey, how are you? Or like, hey, what's up? It was in Russian, so the translation is going to be like completely off, but he was basically like trying to hit me up, like, hey, what's up, you know? So I was like, I was looking at my phone, I was like, who the hell is this? Like, you need to stop texting me because I'm trying to find Ruslan and I can't find him, and you're just like throwing me off right now. So I just like picked up my phone and threw it. Like, I was just like, okay, I'm going to sleep. And in the morning, I get a text saying my name is Ruslan. So I was like, what? So apparently he saw my picture on my Instagram the same day that I saw him in real life, and I was looking for him while he was looking for me. Isn't that insane? Every time I tell someone that story, they're always like, really? That's like exactly what happened. So funny. It's a good thing that he texted me his name because I was not going to respond to that number. I was just going to be like, That was a really short cut of what really actually happened. But yeah. Anyways, let's keep going. How do you keep your lips from getting chapped, especially during the winter time? Oh my God, that is my biggest pet peeve of life. If my lips are chapped, like I just want to take them and cut them off. So basically what I do is I always exfoliate. I use like a Lush, you guys know from Lush that they have those lip scrubs. I usually use that, or I just use brown sugar and some honey, and then I just scrub away. I always have chapped lips here because it's so freaking cold outside. I always just scrub. And then the only chapstick I really use, I have like a bunch of them everywhere, in like every bag, every coat, everything, is the Glossier ones, the GlossierBalm.com. I think I have this in my last video too. That's the bomb, like balm.com. It's bomb, like no joke. Try it. I promise you'll love it. It says, do you like to travel? Guys, I love to travel. And if I had the ability to be like all over the world, like some bloggers, like where they're just like popping up in like Fiji, I don't know, Paris, Milan, that would be me. But currently I'm working on a makeup studio here in Russia, so I have no time to do anything. And plus I'm trying to work on my husband's documents, so we literally can't leave, and I don't want to go without him, so. Okay, next question is, do you ever miss Los Angeles? Do you plan on returning later? I kind of touched base with you guys on that before. Yes, I miss it like crazy. And yes, I do plan on returning. I can't exactly tell you guys when, but hopefully really soon, fingers crossed. What's your favorite primer for large pores? What foundation would you recommend for that as well? This primer is actually really good for large pores. It's the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. It's a really good primer. It says that it minimizes the look of pores, absorbs oil, and mattifies shine, which if you are someone who has the more larger pores around the T-zone area, that sounds pretty good to me. A foundation that I would like for something like that is something that I've started using recently. I actually picked this up because Jacqueline like raved about it like crazy on her YouTube, so I was just like, I gotta try this. Like, is it that good? And I really actually do love it. It's the Forever Perfect Makeup Everlasting Wear Pore Refining Effect. The Dior Forever. There it is. I am in the shade 020. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, next question is, what is your favorite food? I'm not a picky eater at all. I love food. I don't like pizza. That's like the one thing I don't really like, and that's so weird. Everybody's like, who are you and why the hell don't you like pizza? But honestly, I do not like pizza. I love every type of food. I like pasta. I love Indian. I love Chinese. I love Mediterranean. Basically, I eat anything. Just depends on, I'm a big craver, so if I crave something, like I gotta eat it. If I don't have it, like I'll be the most hangry person ever. Have you gotten any kind of work done to your face? All right, so let's just let the cat out of the bag here. If you have been an avid follower of mine, you've been on my page for a while, you know that some things have changed. I don't really hide it. If like someone personally asks me, I'm not going to shout it all over Instagram because I'm not like that, but if you ask me, I'm not going to deny it. Yes, I do have my lips done. I got them done, I would say about 1.5 years ago. Would you guys like me to do a video on that, like my experience? Because I feel like that's really popular right now, so I wouldn't mind talking about it and what I went through. I slightly got botched at one point. Anyways, it's a long story, but if you guys would want a video more in depth about like lip injections and all that good stuff, let me know. Oh my god, literally, all these are skincare and lip filler questions. Like, guys, is there nothing else interesting about me? Like, no? All right, next question is, what product can you not live without? Most people would probably answer this with a brow product. I would say mascara. I love mascara. My favorite mascara is, it was right here. Here it is. The Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. The only thing I would make this is more waterproof so it doesn't kind of like leave residue around my eyes, like on my lids and underneath. But other than that, I love that mascara. All right, next question is what my height and my weight is. I'm 5'4" and I am 113 pounds. And it's like a really big goal of mine to gain some weight this year. It's been really hard. I would always get picked on about my weight, not more when I was like in school, but when I would go in the summer to visit like family in Russia, everybody would be like, oh my god, they're not feeding you? Like, are you starving over there? Like, do you not eat? Are you sick? Like, no, I'm just skinny. Like, if you look at my mom's like school pictures, I am like her spit copy, like 100%. I look just like her. She was super skinny and so am I. People would find that as a blessing, but I feel like weight shamming, either way, for someone who is a little bit overweight or someone who's underweight, is equally as bad. Because of that, I've always been really insecure about my weight and my body and all this stuff. They're asking me if it was hard for me to get up and to move to Russia. Honestly, when I was in the process of moving and planning the wedding and all that stuff, I was so consumed by it that I wasn't really nervous, or I wasn't really like thinking much about how I would feel after the wedding and all that stuff is over with. When I made such a big step, like I wanted to be with him, so I decided to get up and leave everything and just go. My family built themselves up of nothing. Like, they're immigrants. My dad moved here 4 years before we did, and then he did all the documentation and we got to meet him in America. And it was crazy because I mean, in Russia, life wasn't that good at that point. So basically my family just got up and moved in order to have a better life. I mean, what do immigrants look for in America? Like, they look for the American dream, you know? So we kind of went to the States to seek for that, to look for a better life. My dad really wanted us to get a good education, to make something of ourselves. So that is why we got up and moved. I was only 6, so I started first grade basically in America. I've never been to school in Russia. Another fun fact is actually that I taught myself to read and to write in Russian all by myself. I've never went to school. My parents never sat down and said, like, you need to do this. I just kind of taught myself. I made so many friends every summer that I was here in Russia when I was young that I just kind of taught myself. It was interesting to me. I was like, I need a way to communicate with these people. You know, I can speak it, but speaking it and being able to read and write it is totally different. People that are bilingual or speak more than 2 languages know what I mean. It's very different if you speak it and if you can read it. There's a lot of questions on here about like makeup and stuff, but I'm trying to kind of keep this more like personal, get to know me kind of video. So any makeup related questions, I'm kind of like skidding over. Sorry. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got to know me a little bit better. Obviously, I've only had a few videos up on my YouTube, but as you guys can see, my setup is changing, my quality is changing. I'm trying to make it better. The only reason that I've been always holding back from YouTube is because I wasn't really satisfied with the quality of video that I was putting out, and it had to do more with my lighting and my camera and stuff like that, because currently the YouTube situation, like everybody's game is like up here and Amanda's like down here, so I'm trying to get my stuff together, you know. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.